Yo, yo, what is good? Welcome to Married with Issues Live. We're back. More scattered than ever.
Yeah, like we literally just walked right back in the door from the LCS that I was still like getting my books in order. So, yeah. But we're here.
Coming in scattered as always. Oh yeah, but this is Married with Issues Live, issue 78. We're live on at youtube.com/c/married with issues.
So do you know that GIF I made of the video like when we were like just goofing around in the Onlyverse, and I was gonna post it to Instagram? The GIF won't let me post it. I've been trying to figure it out all day.
Oh,
like
what?
All day. Because we were just messing around the other day. Oh, okay. First off, I need to shout out everybody who was tailgating and who's been here. Like, you guys are so incredible. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, we had a nice tailgate before this one.
Yes, thank you so much, McD, for being here. It's so good to see you. And Gretzky, I'm glad you could make it because I know there was a few people that missed us last week, but we kind of didn't. Yeah. But we're here now.
Yeah, we'll get into that too. Yeah.
Hey, we got Robert, the comic book G-Spot.
Yeah, Stay Puff, McD.
DK Spray, Delphia, thank you guys so much, Kachoon, for being here. We truly appreciate it. You guys are the best. And so we were just sitting on the couch the other night, just doing our own thing, and we were like making faces and like, you know, like wasn't it Little Rascals?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
We were just fucking around, and I was like, "Hey, babe," and like I made this little video, and I was getting ready to post it to Instagram. Well, actually, no, I made it a couple nights ago, and I went to go post it, but it doesn't let me do the GIF. Like, it just does it as a picture, and I haven't been able to figure out what.
So I wonder if it's got to be.
I don't like the update that Instagram did on my phone. I don't know if you guys had an update on your Instagram, but mine is like showing the notifications up at the top now, and I'm not a big fan. I like the way it was before.
Hey, Werewolf by Lunchtime.
Hey,
there's a big.
Us,
yeah, there was a big change to where the layout of everything of the app is kind of just pretty much flipped.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I know I'm gonna get used to it because it's like the same thing with Facebook when it like.
Yeah.
But MySpace back in the day, you gotta play music on your page. Like, you don't get music on Facebook.
I know.
Why'd we leave that behind?
God, I forgot what I was gonna say, but you know what though? Because I think on Instagram, like when you do see like a lot of GIFs and stuff like that, because isn't there like Boomerang or something like that where you make it through it?
I tried. There was the Reels, and then there was the IGTV, and each time we would just do it as a picture, and I haven't figured it out yet. But it was us being weirdos in our Onlyverse of what we call home.
Yeah, I know. It was because it was one that just kept looping back. It just kept going. Yeah, like it was one of those like kind of gifts.
And this is like my second energy drink today that is just so good.
Yeah, because
there's just like 2 new ones that came out. So.
Yeah, because that was Little Rascals, right?
Yeah, I think
yeah, you were doing that, and I went like that.
Yeah, because it was the He-Man.
The He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Like I might be able to post the short clip that I did. It just doesn't have the edits on it. I'll have to share it because you got it.
Exactly, yeah. Stay Puff says, I hate the new IG layout. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, don't fix it if it ain't broke. Like
exactly. I hate when they do that. And what's weird is my phone has done like 3 updates in a matter of like 2 days, and I'm like, isn't it usually just one update good? Like,
okay, so remember how I had mine last night? Yeah. I had another one too.
Yeah, I'm already on like my 3rd update, and I'm like, Jesus, I remember the first time I had to update my phone, I was so against it. I had to call customer service because I'm like, I do not want to update. Make it go away. And they're like, it's inevitable. I'm like, oh, you.
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy about it, but now I'm like, whatever. It is what it is.
So
they're just changing the.
So it hasn't done it anymore since.
Updates?
Any more updates after that initial like 3 or 4 or whatever?
Oh no, it says system update ready to install. I think that's about the 4th time it's done that in like 3 days.
So you still have another one you have to do?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's like I'll finally get around, because usually when I have to do the updates, I wait till it's like, you know, I'm getting ready to go to bed, and then it's just like, oh, it'll turn back on and do its thing. But it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because I haven't really looked at mine much today, but yeah, I had that
Music is loud. Can't hear you too well.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about
That's
that.
his thing.
I know it's. I'm still kind of trying to get used to because what we're hearing, the monitoring is different than like what the like actual like output is.
And you know what can help fix that?
What?
Going live, open chats, and just hanging out. You know, hey, we were gonna do more open chats. It's a work in progress.
I know. I need to get the echo issue for when we're on with people. I need to get that worked out.
Hey, Damers, thanks for joining us. Good to see you as well.
Hey, Damers.
Yeah, we try to pay attention to chat, but yeah, this is my second energy drink today because like they just came out with these new ones and they have these beautiful butterflies on them, and I'm like, I have to try that, and it's really, really good. I like the juice ones. This one's I can't pronounce, and the other one's chaotic, and it's just as good. And
yeah, those
maybe
cans are awesome.
Drink it so fast when I haven't had an energy drink.
One of the other ones is pretty awesome. It was designed by Risk, a pretty legendary
graffiti artist that you even used to know back in the day.
Through kind of like a mutual friend, kind of like I wasn't like way good homies with him or anything like that, but books.
Oh, that actually reminds me. You titled it as the Joker's the BEM.
Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen.
So I haven't read it yet all the way. I think I am like this close.
Yeah, we were supposed to review Joker's War.
Yes, I caught up on a lot of it. I'm on that one where it's like the Joker and Batwoman and Batman on the cover, and it's like the circus type tower thing.
Oh, I think it was that.
That's the one I'm on, and I can't believe some of the stuff that's already happened so far. I'm like, how did they play that?
Was it one of the tie-in ones?
Yes.
So I think you're talking about
I think it was one of the.
It was the tech one, and it's that Kenneth Rocafort cover. Which
that one.
I'm stoked to see him on a Batman title right now. Like
I actually got through a lot of them though quick. Like you're right. Like,
I told you it was gonna be. It's one of those stories. It's one of those.
I'm really enjoying where it's ending. Like it's gripping, and I like it. And I'm just
Yeah, I told you, Tynion really hits the stride of his run. I think because like when
energy drinks are bad for you. I drink Pepsi and beer. Much healthier.
Much healthier.
Beer, though, I don't know. Like, I used to be a beer drinker, but we don't really drink at all.
Yeah, we don't really like party or anything or drink alcohol really too much anymore. It's not like anything like we're against it or anything like that, but...
If anything, you're the one that needs to quit drinking so many... he drinks, like, nothing but energy drinks
all
day,
that's all I drink
day.
is NOS all day, every day, and it's... Yeah.
I'm just more of like
not good.
Ooh, there's a new flavor out. Let's try this. Type. Yeah. I like the juice ones though, because I don't like the energy, like the citrus that you get with a lot of the bite. Like, but when you get the juice ones, it's like just.
That's what's weird. How I can do that with NOS. How I can drink them all day, every day, because like when I used to drink Rockstar and stuff, it would get me like I swear like gut rot or something. Just too acidic. But I don't get that.
Well,
with NOS.
even with what you're doing now, I tell you to like kind of like make it like don't drink it. Drink water and when it comes to water with us, it's flavored water.
I don't even know what that is. It's like what's water? I've never.
True.
Never heard of that.
McD, that's a good question. What's everyone's thoughts on DC's future state happening in January and February?
Yeah, I was gonna pull that up.
I'm so far excited because I saw the preview for Catwoman and I am into it.
Yeah,
but I also heard it was like kind of like they're taking a break, and so this is what we're getting during the break.
The way I understand it, I guess they're kind of taking a break on their like main ongoing stuff.
Yeah.
So what's going to be coming out with those titles is stuff from this like future state. I haven't really been paying a lot of attention, like super close attention to it. So I'm not sure exactly.
I'm oblivious to a lot of things.
I'm not exactly sure, things like how far into the future it is, or
going to pass on it.
I think a lot of it we probably are going to too. I mean, I can only see us maybe getting just like the Batman or Catwoman stuff.
I would
like
just
whatever.
get the I wasn't interested in all of them. I'm just the Catwoman. Selena Kyle's my girl. I can't leave her out in the cold.
Yeah.
Even.
I mean, it's for us. I mean, it's. We've really focused a lot more on like older books and back issues. I mean,
Yes.
our new book buying has just over the last year,
It has
especially.
really gone down, and there's one in here that he found, and he was just like showing, because I at this point I was like, stop looking, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. We're already at budget. We don't want to put more in the hold, considering how much we were able to even get out of the hold. And he's just like, well, no, I'm just showing you. It's $2. And the second he showed it, I actually looked up at it. I'm like, yep, we're getting it, just because of what it is. And I'm like, oh, not
You
only
should start with that one actually.
it's in here somewhere. It's right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was only $2, and ever since I learned about this in history class, and there was even a Doctor Who episode about this, it's fascinating to me. And so the second he showed it to me, I'm like, we're getting it. It's $2, we're fine. But it's classics illustrated featuring stories by the world's greatest authors, and it's the last days of Pompeii. I don't know what it is with me and Pompeii, but I've just like, it's sad and devastating, and they're just like still encapsulated, but it's just the history of it, and like the not like,
especially like the Doctor Who episode was so good. And
oh yeah. And they made a movie about Pompeii, and I knew I always wanted to see. Well,
yeah, there's been a few of them.
Yeah, I've seen like the history ones, like learning in school about it, but there was one movie one that I still never had the chance to see. And
Wasn't there like a modern, like a pretty recent one?
Yeah, it was a modern one, and I think by the time I would have had the opportunity to watch it, there was bad reviews, and they just never got around to it.
Yeah,
because we are really bad at getting around in shows and movies.
I know, for how big of like
$2.
For how big of film buffs, cinephiles, whatever you want to call it, like we are, we really don't watch that much stuff nowadays.
Don't. Well, we just finished Lucifer. Ooh, Lucifer, the way it should be coming back, shouldn't it?
I think I can't remember if it got a date yet, but
I hope so.
The second half of the like 5th season or something.
Yeah, so it's number 35 and it's 15 center, and it's like, it's worn and stuff, but I don't know, I'm weird.
Yeah,
I like Pompeii.
Yeah, Damir says, notice they found 2 more people this week there. Like that, like that's what, yeah, we were hearing too, like how they're still like
and they're just like encapsulated,
and that was like
by
like hundreds. I mean, I can't remember. I think it was something BC or something. I mean, it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Like it was
when they
wore
robes.
When they wore robes.
Hey, robes are nice, man. Like I actually like mine's
Hell,
a blanket
you wore a robe
sleeves.
on this show before.
I have. It was cold, and it's a blanket with sleeves. It's better than those that's no, what were they called? Something with an S. Snuggle something.
What the hell were those?
It's better than that. It was actually a Christmas present that he got me one year.
I can't believe I can't even
I
think
love
of
that
it
robe
right now.
It's the best.
Werewolf Fest, is that when the volcano wiped out the entire? Yeah, it wiped out the entire.
It's when they had the village and they were right next to the volcano. So when it erupted, the lava and everything like encapsulated them, and they are like statues. And it's so crazy.
And I think why that one is so famous. I mean, because there's been other volcanic eruptions and volcanic disasters and stuff. But
I think this was one of the first, and they were so close to it, and there was even a Doctor Who episode on it, and I loved that episode too. It's just I love history, and like even like Life After Humans. History Channel, Life After Humans is a really good show.
That show is awesome.
I get it so addicted. Hey, Glitter and Duct Tape, thanks for joining us.
Hey.
Good to see you.
But I think a big thing of that one was the sheer magnitude of it, and probably the shock. I mean, I'm sure they weren't. It came out of nowhere, Even though it's a, they built the city right next to a volcano. But
the Lost Atlantis, the city under the sea.
Right. Yeah.
We are only temporary. But yeah, the second there wasn't even any hesitation. The second he showed it to me and I saw it as Pompeii, I like instantly, I'm like, nope, it's coming home with me. It's mine.
Well, it's crazy too, because like when I've just been kind of just looking around eBay, like not really.
I'm excited for this one. I like it.
Not really like shopping per se, but just kind of like looking at books and stuff. There's been a lot. I've been finding a lot of those like classics illustrated, which I would get, which are pretty dope that I would get. I mean, there was even some that had like Frankenstein's monster and
But those ones were more like $20 and $30 ones, and although I am proud,
they were cheaper than that.
we did take out at least half of our hold, where there's been times in the past that our hold gets to be a lot, and then we takes forever for us to get it down. But today we did good, and we're able to get at least half of it out, and we only put a few new ones in, just ones that we missed last week because we weren't able to go last week either. But this is yeah, so I just decided to go through the old books first.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't get too many old books actually, which is which is
It was actually pretty
contradictory to what I was just saying. With like that's what we've been focusing on.
It was pretty funny. Beforehand, I was like, okay, so we know there's a lot in the hold, and we know there's a lot of new books that came out. We're not gonna be able to hunt. We do not get we can't look around because it's just gonna be punishment. Like, you know, it's just gonna be like
torture.
Yeah, glutton.
Glutton for punishment.
Glutton. Yeah, I always call it gluten. I don't know why, but glutton for punishment is like, if we have a budget.
I know. If I kept working at the shop, maybe just a few weeks later, I'd have that tattoo on my throat.
Yeah, so it's like we walk into the store. I'm getting the hold. I'm waiting for Andy to grab us the hold, and I can see he's over off in the distance starting to look and browse at stuff, and I'm like,
no, he wasn't.
What did we just talk about like before we even walked in the store? So I'm like, what?
That wasn't me.
And no, it was worth putting in the hold, so maybe we'll get it out next time because it was a pop that we can't pass on.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was hoping all four were there.
Some bad habits, some bad spending habits.
Yeah, Stay Puft says the temptation to dig in the long box is strong.
Oh yeah, there was one. He was going through like, and we did end up putting it in the hold only because we didn't have it and it's hard to find. But yeah, I was even telling him, I was like, "You're only hurting yourself. I'm just. I mean, you're only hurting yourself.
Usually,
there's nothing you can put in there."
Usually, it's not really too hard to find, but just for whatever reason, it has been for us. I mean, that one's always evaded us, and it's Batman 500. So. And we have so many of the Nightfall books, all the story arcs. I mean, it was a big story arc, and we have all the omnibuses too. But
we got a lot of books.
500 was the one that we could just never find anywhere. It was
in such good condition too that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look this one up.
Oh,
we don't have it. It's in really good condition.
Pristine too.
I'll allow it, but then let's go to the front. Let's go.
And
let's get out of here before we get ourselves
part of it's
into
like shiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like embossed and shiny, and
it's like that silver shiny.
Yeah.
But this is one he's had in the hold for a while.
Yeah.
And it's one
I'm stoked to get this one out.
Super stoked on it.
I'm actually gonna read this tonight though. So it's Batman 4, 36, 37, 38, and 39. So it's the Batman Year 3, parts 1 through 4.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
Books and books and more books.
Right. Books on books on books.
Read more comics.
Here, I'm going to have to add these to you as I'm going along.
And I had to move my office from out there.
I think these are all direct.
So they literally, they're almost done fixing the ceiling. They have to do a few more plaster things to make it like even out. But because of it, we had to move a lot of stuff in here, and then we just barely got it cleaned up. But it's like, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I'll just set them here. No, I can't because they're not cataloged yet.
Yeah, the only verse is still in a little disarray, even though we did get it.
Batman.
Looking a hell lot better than what it was.
Yeah, because like with me cataloging all of the books for us, I make sure that when we show them, they get cataloged so that we know what we have.
Oh yeah, because we haven't been able to catalog them in the app yet.
Although there's been times that we've still ended up with doubles, even though I like catalog, so it's inevitable. Batman.
What was that one?
Your gauge.
Oh my, yeah.
What was that? It's a Batman gauge.
I didn't know what you were doing.
I love you so much. This one is one that he found for me, and I kind of had to get it because I've been collecting more and more of these ever since that one. That is still going to go to DS, and I just need to message him, but it's in the works here soon. DS, I will hit you up and get that sent out and cleaned and stuffed. It's just a matter of time. I'm getting around to it. But so obviously it's Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, and this one is number 108, and it's a cool cover.
I know. Like just slowly over time, you've been getting him like more and more.
There is
closer.
Now actually a few others of Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane keys that I am on the hunt for that I want to get. There's a few of them now that I've done like more research, and so it's like I really like getting some of these. And Lois Lane's a badass, man.
Yeah,
she is.
And that run went on for a long time. I mean, yeah, over 100 issues, and it started early too. I think it's.
Where would it have been? If anyone knows, just call.
I'm just trying to remember if there's any golden age issues, and there might be. It might have started right at the end of the golden age. Right at the turn of the Silver Age. Somewhere right around there. But
hey, Southern Comic Geek. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Hey, Southern.
I still got to catch that myself. Probably.
Yeah. So, McD asked.
I fell behind on stuff too. But yeah, this is
McD asked Solgr. You want to reading TMNT? Hey, so didn't a new one?
Okay.
What?
I did it.
Didn't the next ongoing come out just this last Wednesday or the one before? Because I thought there should have been one that.
Did we already do a TMNT review? Because that's one I read.
Since
we didn't do the
our last show.
War. My bad.
Our last show 2 weeks ago, we did a spoiler-free one.
I don't know. Like
the last Ronin.
It's a miracle I'm still alive. He remembers so much more than I do. He's like my personal index card to the most random information out there.
And I mean, I sometimes get it mixed up to where if we did it on the show or if it was something from the blog, because I've finally been writing a lot more on the blog this last week, and I mean, I think we got up. I got up like 2 or 3 new reviews or something on the blog, or 2 reviews, and I'm actually working on an article, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Yes, but you did show me the trade that you were about to ask McD before I so rudely interrupted. Was the TMNT trade that at the LCS?
No, not the trade, because remember, last Ronin got me so hyped on the Turtles. I was just going to get the next ongoing issue, no matter what. Like, instead of waiting to try and get the City at War trades, is what I was initially waiting to get those to jump on.
Okay.
Because that was the story arc. McD said it was a good jumping on point. But after reading Last Ronin, I'm like, I don't give a shit where I jump on now. I'm just going to get the next Turtle book. But I checked, and I didn't see the... Because I swear, the next issue, the latest ongoing from TMNT, I swear came out just this last Wednesday or the week before. But I didn't see him, so I don't know if our LCS sold out of him, or I don't know.
They didn't have Tank Girl either, and it's on issue 2, and I want issue 1. Like, I really wanted issue 1, and I don't know how I missed it, but I didn't see it anywhere. And
I didn't either.
That's one I do definitely want to get is Tank Girl, issue 1 and 2, because issue 2 would have came out this past week. Yeah, so I'm hoping for it.
Because I think
I grew up with Tank Girl, It's just.
Because I could have sworn, I could be totally wrong, but I could have sworn I saw something that her rights, her rights got picked up by some, was it Albatross or something that was doing this one? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was.
But yeah, I could have sworn I saw something. I think her rights got picked up by a publisher, so that's why you're kind of seeing her stuff again.
I was falling asleep. And so then this next book, I had to get, I couldn't not get, because it's got two of my favorites that have one thing in common. Green.
2 of your favorites, one thing in common?
Yeah. Ivy, Green Arrow.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
It's a bonus thrills Green Arrow.
I didn't even notice the Green Arrow one in the corner.
Yeah, that's why I had to put it in the hold. I put this in the hold a while ago. I just haven't been able to get it out until today, so I'm super stoked. Because I love this cover. Like, it's so, like, I can't even talk. It's done so well. Detective Comics.
Werewolf by Lunchtime asks, have you done your Christmas shopping yet? Not
What's
even
that?
A little bit. I know. Like, what's that?
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully.
Oh, Werewolf by Lunchtime says Jamie Howlett created Tank Girl, a member of Gorillaz.
Ooh,
I don't think I heard that.
I grew up with like Tank Girl. Like,
No, yeah, I know you did, and I know you're a bigger fan of her than I am,
really want
because
her
I haven't really
number
read much of
one.
her. What?
I really want her number 1 and 2 that just came out.
I know. I don't know how they haven't seen it.
I don't know how I've missed them, but I'll get them. Detective Comics is my favorite old run. It is you have given us so many of that run that it's like we're
Batman.
like, yeah. Well, Batman. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I always get Detective and Batman mixed up
Yeah.
sometimes. But no, it's really kicked our own interest into like Overdrive, especially since our LCS is getting a lot.
For really good prices and good grades too.
Yeah.
But this is why it's easy to get them confused, because, yeah, this is a tech, but Batman is the big lettering, and it's still just like the same trade dress of the Batman run too. So a lot of times you have to, make sure it doesn't say, detective on the top.
It's understandable. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of get them confused. And I always kind of flop back and forth whether I kind of prefer the Batman or the tech.
Although Hooked on Phonics didn't work for me. But Sesame Street taught me all I know. Big Bird and Cookie Monster. Oh, I had a shirt in high school that was the Cookie Monster, and it was just yummy. Like, everyone in my family would call me the Cookie Monster, because it's even still to this day, I love cookies. Cookies are my weakness.
I know, I've always kind of called you, Cookie Monster.
I always have been.
Yeah, Southern says...
I blame it on this. He's right. I blame him.
Cookie Monster. Yeah, Southern says I picked up the TMNT 111 from 616. That was the Marvel 25th anniversary homage.
That could be good. Like, that TMNT is really good, and it makes me want to read more of it too. And I'm sure I will, because you refer so much to me to read, and not even almost always, like every time I finally get around to reading it, I'm like, oh, you're so right, I loved it, and it's like so good. But then there's other times where I give you books to read, and you just.
I eventually do.
Eventually.
How long
Someday
have I been...
has to come eventually, which is true. Because there was one recently that you caught up on. What was it? Was it Mercy?
No. What was it?
I
know the one you pestered me for a long time, and I'm really glad I did, is Something's Killing the Children.
That's the one, yep. Something's Killing the Children, yeah.
And every time a new issue comes out, I read it pretty quick. Like, speaking of which, there's going to be one that we're going to have to read here soon.
Yeah. This is one that he found for me last time, or the time before, and so we had to get it, because it's another one of the green guy. Justice League America.
Yeah, and that thing, it has some dings and stuff, but that thing was...
It's got a story of its own.
A super good price for that old JLA.
Yeah.
It was only like $2 or $3 or something.
Yeah, this one wasn't bad. I remember you showing it to me, and you were so excited to show it to me, and the second you did it, I did it.
Yeah. It's a...
The Justice Leagues were warned there was no way to defeat Shaggy Man.
Yeah, it's a JL book, with Green
books.
Arrow and...
Like... The old comic books.
I always like, Justice League books with Green Arrow in it, because he's always turned away by him, and
exactly he's kind of shunned by it. But Green Arrow's my guy. See, he's got my back. He's on my shoulder.
Yeah, and especially like early ones, because this one's 45.
My 2 recommendations are Samurai's Blood trade paperback and TMNT ongoing.
For real. I'm still always looking for that Samurai's Blood. Even on eBay, when I've looked it up, I've seen like just kind of like a single issue here and there. One time I think I saw a trade on eBay. Like, it's when there's listings on there, there's not many. Like, it's kind of...
I was honestly really thankful that last time or the time before that both Gretzky and McD, while we were at the comic book store, I came across that Power Rangers TMNT variant, and then it came across a bunch of Alfies. Not Alfie? Archie? Jesus.
Archie's,
wrong A. My bad. But yeah, and you guys were like actually available, because with the community, different time zones, it was awesome how like it just like coincided to be like I found like a bunch of stuff, and like, oh hey,
as you were at the store, and like
this is the last kind of like old one, but it's not old.
It's a reprint.
It's a reprint. The other one, I had to get. I'm such a big kid, guys. But this one, I had to get because Sandman, Dollar Comics. It's a reprint, but more the merrier.
Hey, aggressively relaxing. Yeah,
We
and he
are
says the
comic book.
TMNT Power Rangers crossover was solid. Yeah, that would be dope to read. I want to
We
check
are
that one out.
just like legit comic book hoarders. We have so many double ups of we have runs in trade and single issue, and it's just like, well, we because it's that good of a story, we had to. So I had to get this one today, and I'm super stoked on that reprint. And then this one's kind of old, but it's new, and this is I am a big kid. How come I'm the only one pattering? I cannot tell a lie. Lend a hand, Doc.
Yeah, that's
Looney Tunes. I had to get it. It's just the nostalgia in me and Looney Tunes and
that's
Saturday
it's like my
cartoons.
first time paying attention to that cover. That's like that famous George Washington
I love it. I
picture
had to get it. I had
painting
to.
homage. So one thing I'm
I'm a grown
wondering.
child. I am not an adult.
So this
I'm
isn't like a reprint or anything, but so what's kind of crazy is do they just always just
continue the numbering from
yeah
where they just pick up where they left off.
come out with an
Time
issue like
stops.
every couple of years, but then just continues with the legacy numbering because it's like Looney Tunes 257.
Well, it's kind of like with the timing of like aging. Like, I still need to read that Spider-Man where he if he was to
Oh,
age
aged
in real
in real
life.
time. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I started reading it and I got a little into it, and then you ended up taking it and reading it, and I haven't gotten back around to it yet. But I need to.
Spider-Man life
My
story
hair
by
feels so
rapidly one of our favorite writers, Chip Zdarsky.
yeah. So it's just like
We're getting really close to the end of the year when we're gonna be doing our best of the year lists. You're gonna be hearing about that.
yes.
That
I will have it read by then for sure.
that was
It's just
phenomenal.
Even with it just within its own of a telling of if time
Yeah,
the
go in-
aging, because Batman's been around for so many there's so many
Yeah.
characters and so many things that have been around for so long that it's like they don't necessarily age, but it's like
I read this
it was a
article
cool
one
twist.
time. I wish I could remember who wrote it.
The dramatic delivery at the end by Porky Pig.
Yeah.
Robin Williams could do a good Porky Pig.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
But no, I read this article once, and they were kind of explaining the differences in like kind of how the DC universe does it and how the Marvel universe does it. How could they kind of do it? They at the time this article was written, they each did it a little bit differently. Like
Well, they would
Marvel's
have
was
had to.
more ages like our universe, but just much slower.
It's kind of like how in
Like
Infinity
a year
War.
here is a day there.
Well, I like how they did in Infinity War and Endgame that they did this short little story of how time travel works there, because it's like
Well, anytime you
have to change
introduce
it up
time
and-
travel,
you have
to
to
anything,
explain the rules at some point.
how it works in that particular
in that,
universe, reality, yeah.
yeah, that's true.
And it was and we talked about this back when we like reviewed Endgame and stuff, but they had some interesting elements on time travel that
we
you don't always
almost
see.
got that one, but we didn't.
Like
We were
how
gonna
they would
get it
say
in trade.
what?
I'm so rude. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I'm still talking about the topic we were talking about, and you're moving on to like 4 different ones at once.
I am a squirrel.
Oh, the Department of Truth. Okay.
Yeah. I sometimes you follow. Well, I don't.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can go from I squirrel. Right. Yeah. They're cute too. But yeah, that one we were gonna get in trade.
You're on to like new books now.
Yeah, these are all new.
Okay,
new books
yeah,
now.
that's what I was waiting for. So yeah, because all
they're
mine now are new books.
now.
So here's Star Wars Darth Vader 7. This has been really solid too.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a really good cover too of Vader with his.
They were talking about the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars on Stay Puffs, chatting with the community, and it's really that they're just completely different, but the only similarity is that they're in space, and I could not agree more. But I gotta say, live long and prosper.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Star Wars, it's a little bit more about, like oppression, war, politics, like a lot of that. Where Star Trek, was more about discovery and furthering. I was gonna say furthering humanity, but
the knowledge of all
furthering
life in existence
more
and
life,
understanding of what else is out there,
Mm-hmm.
like the mystery. Oh, it just reminded me of
While Star Wars has like obviously themes of hope and everything, but Star Trek is just a little bit more hopeful. Even though I love both, but I lean a little more to the Star Wars side. Like you love both, but lead more towards the Star Trek.
I didn't realize it until it was May the 4th that I wore a NASA shirt instead of a Star Wars shirt, and I still like Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I do still like Star Wars, but I just also like Star Trek. To each their own. Like,
yeah, aggressively relaxing. I missed Trek Talk on Stay Puft's channel. No.
It was a good show. I was looking through a lot of it. Like even John's show this morning, there's so many times where I'll just like say hi and chat, and then I'll like be doing something, so I'll have it on and I'm still listening, and then I'm like, yeah. So if I ever don't get back to like a thingy in there, it's just because I am multitasking, or at least trying to. I don't get very much done half the time.
Oh yeah, I just caught this too. Also, aggressively relaxing said was what was great about the MCU time travel rules is that it matched Agents of Shield. So they matched theirs. Yeah,
I liked how they kind of kept it like in continuity of the kind of with the Netflix shows. They kept it that they would just call it the incident.
Yeah, they would mention it. Yeah.
But and Bernthal, I am so excited for what's to come with him.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I want to mention this real quick because there was a recent interview with him, and he was asked about like doing playing Punisher again and all this, and clearly he wants to. I mean, he in this interview he even said like Frank Castle is going to be with him for the rest of his life now. Like he fell in love with his character so much, like it's part of him. But he said, I guess when he has talked to like Feige and Marvel Studios and stuff recently about it, he gave them a condition where he's like, I only have one condition, and it's like we do it right. We give the fans the Punisher that they want.
He is hands down the best Punisher. And I love how he's like, now that he's played the character of Punisher, he's dove so far into comics now too.
I know that I found this picture online of him, and he's clearly at a comic book store, like at the register, and he's got like a stack of all these Punisher books, and he's like,
we should do a segment of like people of like celebrities that are into comics that you may not know are into comics, because that's like
I found a list
and surprised by some of them sometimes, where I'm like, well wait, that one's like some of the ones you least expected are celebrities that are into comics, and I'm like, we should kind of
I found it's funny you say that, because I found a list recently when I was looking at it, and while there was a bunch that I already knew of, there was a few I was surprised by.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the one that he finally caught up on, so I had to get it, and I can't wait to read it. So it's obviously something that's killing the children.
That's issue 12.
Yes, and we were both current on this one.
We have read issue 11?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty... Yeah, I thought we were caught up, but it just seems like it's been a while since I read it, though. I don't know why, but...
It's been a little while since... It's not necessarily been a little while since it's come out, but it's been that we've been going every other week rather than every week.
That's true.
So it kind of screws with that, but...
Yeah, it does.
This story is really good, though. I enjoy it a lot, and I didn't think I was going to, but I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And it's like that one other one, they only find them when they're dead. I wanted to get the number 1 to that one, too, but our LCS didn't have it.
Yeah.
Like... I don't know why.
I know that they get kind of hosed sometimes,
but
they're
only on like the polls, so they don't have them, or they sell out because we don't go until like Saturday or something. Usually we're not able to go until. So it's like,
I mean, I'm sure that hurts us a lot too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something along those. I'll find it someday, or I'll get it in trade, because that was another one that I've been hearing good things about, and it's like been intriguing, and I wish I could read it, but someday. I will.
Yeah, so this was actually staying with the Star Wars
Samuel
stuff.
Jackson is a big collector. Mm-hmm. Even Eminem is too.
Yeah, he has like one of the highest grade AF-15s. I think he has the highest one, if I remember right.
If only. That auction?
Oh, have you been seeing this stuff from that?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
guys, it's insane.
So she noticed this article like a little bit back, like a few days back.
No, it was the Hunters.
that was talking about that guy's collection?
The
Oh, it
article,
was.
yeah,
You're right. You're right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that, so we can give proper credit here.
Oh wow, my memory works.
So wow.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, we'll have to record that. A miracle just happened.
For real, that's not an everyday thing, guys.
So yeah, it was the Hunters.
That was like a once in a lifetime thing. I don't think you'll get it again. But yeah,
so
it was
when
on the Hunters.
that guy was going to be putting up his full Batman collection,
full entire Batman collection, like
all high grade, like Batman 1, 2.
What wasn't it something that had happened to him that he just?
Well, a big part of his collection had like gotten stolen or something.
Yeah.
But then I think recovered.
And then he was just
going to sell it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I can kind of see where he's coming from, because it's like, if people know I have this collection and there's like reasonable belief that people are going to try and break into my house, I'd be like, I don't know, like, you know.
Yeah, and he was like, and he was older and stuff, you know, and maybe he doesn't have kids or something, you know, and I mean, that's what collectors like that do, you know, they put them up on the auction.
If I ever find out I'm terminal, I'm like
I'm
sending all my comic books to people. If I ever find out I'm terminal or anything like that, I'm just gonna be like, I want this person to have this one and this one and that one, and I'll send this one to that one.
But anyways, but some of it, I don't know if I've even told you this, because some of the news that's been coming out of that, because that auction's been going on like this weekend or started like just at the end of this last week. So Tech 27.
Yes.
So this might not be from that guy though, because his was an all Batman collection, right? I don't think any of them were Tech.
I'm not entirely sure,
but it could be. I know.
I'm a little hazy on the details.
So yeah, because that article that the Hunters reported on, it was mostly Batman. Mm-hmm. So, but from that same auction at the very least. So from Heritage Auctions, a Tech 27, I think it was at a 9.0. Set a new record for the Tech 27. 1.5 million.
1.5 million
for Tech 27.
I wish I had 1.5 million. Like, even if I just had $1 million, I'd be happy with like $10,000.
I'd be stoked with $10 right now.
Oh my goodness, adulting and responsibilities.
Oh, this cover's awesome.
If we had all the money in the world, what would we do? Read more comics. I'm so ready to retire. I already got my retirement
all the money
plan.
in the world. First book I'd probably get. Highest grade I could find. No, hang on.
I got this book.
Probably I would in one purchase, like really close to each other. I'd find the highest grade possible, SS4, and then just a really gorgeous FF5.
Let's see. I did watch any.
Yes. This cover feels like a variant, and it's not.
First movie you ever saw at the cinema, Star Wars in '77. And ooh, that's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah,
that's way awesome. You see, I like Jar Jar. I know he's hated for being like who he is, but he reminds me of myself when it's like I put my foot in my mouth sometimes and I pay attention to detail. It's a work in progress.
It doesn't stop talking and. Just kidding.
I know. Just the other night, I was telling him, I was like, teach me the ways of the silence. And then, like, later that night, he was even just like, and it worked for like 5 minutes.
For 5 whole seconds.
No, it was a good 5 minutes. And then I just started laughing uncontrollably because you were too adorable. But no, this is one that I was super stoked for. And we have the variant in the hold as well, because it's just like, I mean, come on, if we can afford a double dip, so you say, then some of them, that other cover is gorgeous. This is the one that was in our hold. And then when I went back to the ones to, just kind of check to see make sure we didn't miss any, I saw that one. I'm like, this is one that we're getting 2 copies of the same issue.
Yeah, I still need to look up what artist that was, because
it was gorgeous, and it was the variant, but this is the regular A cover.
Yeah, and that one will be our reader.
I'm super stoked to read this. It has been
that
good.
First one.
Yeah, ooh. I really enjoyed the first one, and I can't pronounce his name all the time, but I enjoyed this read.
Rorschach. Haha. You should know how to pronounce that, Rorschach.
Rorschach.
I mean, being schizophrenic and having those Rorschach tests done to you.
Schizophrenia doesn't give me word pronunciation.
I know, but you've
you've
definitely taken Rorschach tests before, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, when you had one. I'm not saying what you have. It's a good thing you didn't say what your initial thought was.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I used to say that schizophrenia beats being alone, and then I met him. Yeah.
And then we met these guys.
Yeah, and yours are all still here. We thank you for that.
You need to start reading this. This series has been really good.
We get so sidetracked. Non-stop Spider-Man, I think it's called. New Spider-Man series. I didn't know that. So many good...
Yeah, for the podcast listeners later, Iron Man 3 is what I'm showing. But yeah.
I agree with you, Werewolf. There is so many indie comics that are really good, because that's like what I strive, and I like... When we started collecting together and even reading together, the majority of my books are indie.
Mm-hmm.
And they have some really good ones going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I know indie stuff has just been crazy lately.
I love that one, and like Unnatural is another one I really like a lot of Image.
Some I was seeing, I think Mirka Andolfo is going to have something new in like January or something too.
And wasn't Joelle Jones creating a new character for something? I could have sworn she was.
I think she might be working on. We might be getting some new.
Lady Killer.
That yeah.
Yeah.
God, look at your mind working again.
It's this. It's keeping me sharp.
I don't know.
Because without this, I would be like so tired. I sleep a lot.
Yeah, you do. Oh, so that nonstop Spider-Man. I don't think I've even.
Oh, damn.
Seen anything on that one yet?
We've been talking about this. Why didn't I bring it up then? Jesus.
That one?
Yeah. So it's like, does my memory really work? I could have brought this up a while ago.
Yeah, that was a flash in the pan.
Flash in the phantom. So this one I noticed is a number 1, and I am super stoked for it. I can't wait to read it.
So it's Star Trek Voyager 7's Reckoning.
I love the cover too. It's so... I'm such a Trekkie. But...
Yeah, I love Jerry Ryan and Voyager.
So this one was a number 1, and I had to get it. I saw it in the new... I think it was just the new books that were coming out, but yeah, reading the synopsis, is that what it's called? It's... I am stoked to read this one. Yeah, Star Trek.
Yeah, it looks good. Who's writing that?
That's such a cool cover, though, too. I really love it.
Yeah, that's a really good cover. Baker, Hernandez,
I'm getting all these messages.
Yeah, that is a really good cover, too.
Hey, Just Rican Coast to Coast Comics, which we'll probably head over there after we're done here. I only got, like, 2 more books to show.
Yeah, it looks like he probably just went on.
Yeah. Support the community.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are also incredible, by the way. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, McD says that ASM sadly just isn't doing anything for me recently. Yeah, unfortunately, I jumped off that one a while back, too, and...
Oh, yeah. I sent that message to the other books I'm going to get to him, too. Sorry. Yeah. I just realized I didn't, check the messages since I've been trying to check messages, but I've also been just taking care of so much other stuff that it's, piling up, and then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And then it's I'm, trying to, with work and everything, too, being super busy, and I have to work Sunday. It's just... getting around to it, so I apologize if we're messaging and you don't. I'm turning into you, where you just take a day to respond.
I know. Has it? I need to look at the newer solicitations and stuff, but I don't know if it's been solicited yet. What our hometown hero Ryan Otley is going to be doing? Because remember, I think his time on ASM ended back on ASM 50 or something.
Our LCS won Best of Utah.
Yeah,
this year.
That was announced. Yeah, they won it this year.
That was really awesome too.
Yeah, it kind of flips every year between them and the other one that we go to sometimes.
Black Cats. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're 2 really good shops, but it's just I've always Volts was my first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've always gone to Volts. I like Volts. Oh wow! I just realized these both have the same shade of purple in them.
Right.
The things you
let's see,
notice.
the next one I got here is Death Metal number 5. I've
Sherry,
only really just been getting the main
Ryan,
ones
and
now.
Kate Milgrew did not get on with each other, apparently.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. Is Miles any good? Miles could be good. I haven't
it was
really
good at the
read-
beginning. I mean, because
Yeah.
I was getting it at the beginning.
I really loved the movie though. They did such a good job turning like
I've been wanting to watch that again.
Yeah.
Lately.
The way that they did it was so good. It looked like a comic book, and it was awesome.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse.
These last two I'm gonna have to catch up on because I'm not currently caught up on. This is obviously because I didn't finish the Joker's War, and I still need to catch up on everything with Catwoman. And I hope to find the variant Jenny Frieson did to this issue.
Ooh-wee.
I want it so bad. So gorgeous. We weren't able to get it. Our LCS didn't have it. But this is another one that I got as a pickup because, as you all know, Selena is my gal. She's my lady.
How am I more caught up on?
Because you read
I
the
know.
Joker. And yeah, because it was a couple issues ago. It was when you're like, hey, wait, don't read that yet. You need to read this. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I have been like super stoked to read it. And it is, from where I left off, I'm super stoked. Like I'm going to read more of it tonight. But I had to get this one today. I hope we're able to get the Jenny Frieson variant because that is just
it's
so
the one.
gorgeous.
It's the one when she's got the cat like sitting on her like shoulder. Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, because if you would have read that Catwoman,
I keep forgetting
that
there's
it
a
was
cord
like
there.
I think it was Catwoman like 25 or something. I think at the time, you would have been confused. You'd been like, what town is this that she's in?
It was like
what
25
the hell's
or
going on?
26. I think it was 25.
It was something like that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 25.
Werewolf asks, has anyone watched Truth Seekers?
Not yet.
I don't think I've heard of that.
So it sounds familiar.
Truth Seekers.
Oh yeah. Was it with the Frost dude? What's his name? The one that was in Pirate Radio.
Oh, Nick Frost?
Nick Frost. Is that the one with Nick Frost? I think it is. I think I've been seeing ads for it, and I am interested. If it is that I'm interested in, I love Nick Frost. He is such a.
Is it with Simon Pegg too? I mean, they usually work together, but
I think I want to say yes, but I'm not entirely sure.
Huh.
I think so.
Yeah, I've always loved Nick
Yeah.
Frost too. Simon Pegg, yeah,
Simon-
someone
I
mentioned
love
right there,
Simon
so
Pegg.
yeah, so maybe he does do it with Simon Pegg.
When Simon Pegg was in the Star Trek Into the Darkness ones, and that was great. Yeah, Simon Pegg is another.
Yeah, and I love how they've
favorites.
both been in Doctor Who too, but at totally different times.
This is true.
Like almost a decade apart.
Yeah, but then it's interesting that it's like, see, it goes from purple to purple. And this is the last book that I had is Die. I am so far behind on this, but it's still been in the hold, and I've just still been getting it. But I've from what I have read, I do enjoy it. So,
did you read the full first trade?
Yeah, but I haven't gotten to like the issues yet.
See, and I think I read just
My
like
hair is driving me insane.
the first issue.
Yeah,
I don't think I read the full trade.
I've been enjoying it.
But it was whatever I did read of it, I remember it was really good. It was a while back, but
I know I'm really behind on it, but it's like a D&D setup, and back in the day I used to play D&D, and it was fun. I was drinking beer back then, so I used to drink. I don't know. It was back in the day. It was good times.
So the last two I have are Bat books. So here's Batman 103. This looks like a pretty dope matchup right here.
What
Looks like Ghostmaker
made
versus
you
Clown.
laugh?
What?
You laughed. Never mind. My hair keeps getting stuck.
I did?
You
I don't know.
chuckled. You laughed at something, and this is how easy it is for me to confuse him and get him off track. I'm a little too good at being a distraction.
Yeah, you are.
I try not to be.
And then Tech 1030.
Maybe it's part of schizophrenia. I bet you.
Part of being a thorn in my ass. Just kidding.
But you married me. Haha, you're stuck with me forever.
Forever.
Or it's like The Ring, and it's like...
What is that on?
Big Bang Theory, how could you forget that?
No, wait, not... No, I swear it's something else, too, like where...
I don't know, guys. Is today like the Twilight Zone?
Every day with you is a Twilight
My
Zone.
memory came back for a moment there, and now his is gone. I think we might be in the upside down. We're in a parallel universe right now.
8 years of you, and my brains are scrambled.
I swear I could confuse the way I ask questions and like the way my brain works. He's even said it himself that it's like I could probably confuse Stephen Hawking. Like
You
like,
get him to rethink a lot of the stuff he's proven even.
And it kind of sucks though, because it's like I don't mean to like confuse it's just like in me trying to understand. It's like what I think would be similar is like kind of somewhat similar, but then not. But then it just is like, well, wait, well, maybe, and then I just, yeah, I don't know what I am.
So did you show? Yeah, you did all your books, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that was all mine too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because there was we're not doing the Joker War review since you didn't.
You just seemed like you were so ready to go into the next thing, and then.
Well, I was trying to remember if I made like
goodness.
a thing for it or whatever too, but so like a couple of days ago, I don't even remember what we were even doing or whatever, but next thing I knew, I threw out this like unintentional kind of theory or something.
Oh yeah, and that's when I got brownie points because I said, write that down. We're doing a show Saturday.
Yeah,
because he's usually on me like, get your little news together, get your top 5 together, do this, do that. I do. Like, I'm the one that should be fired from the show.
But yeah, like I don't know, it was just kind of crazy, but
it was a really good. Yeah, you got to hear it.
Yeah, so I was
Mike's all yours.
Yeah, whatever we were sitting there doing, I was just like, okay, so like just completely hypothetically,
hypothetically. Don't overthink it.
Say like Marvel Studios and Feige, they know without a doubt, 110%, like Spider-Man 3 or whatever, is the last one that Marvel Studios, will have the character.
If for whatever reason there were to be a scapegoat that Tom Holland could no longer be Spider-Man.
Well, he could still be Spider-Man, but it's the last time he could be in the MCU because it would go back to Sony and all that messy crap. But
legality, is that a word? Legal?
Well, yeah. All that pertains to it.
Okay, yeah. So in that sense.
Yeah, so like the Marvel Studios Sony deal, was ever to fall through.
When he said this, it's so good.
And I mean, obviously, you look at the history of the MCU, and with how much they've pulled from the Ultimate Universe, wouldn't it be so epic?
Because
if they do,
who has a punchline?
Well, because you didn't know. I mean, I haven't read it even myself. Right. I just know what happened in the Ultimate Universe when Ultimate Spider-Man, when Peter Parker from the Ultimate Universe passed.
Yes, he is welcomed in heaven by Uncle Ben, and I appreciate that. Werewolf by Lunchtime were made for each other.
Yeah, I know. I've seen all
that. 2
peas
peas in a pod. I like written in the stars.
How epic would that be, though? Like, okay, so
yeah, because that's the thing is with the Tom Holland Spider-Man, you didn't get the
we haven't seen the Uncle Ben
story. Yeah, you like
there's been nods to him.
I even seeing the memes where it's like Uncle Ben, like, quit rebooting me, I'm tired of dying, and it's just like it just takes me back to being in the theater watching the movie with my mom, and my eyes, they were like just so filled with tears when that happened, and I was like, oh, so hard. Like, it may just be a show, but the emotional,
just picture that, like,
it's real. Like
how epic that would be, because how we haven't seen him.
All right.
Yeah, his initials we've seen on the briefcase. There's been these nods, so we know that he existed.
That's what the word I was trying to say. Emotional damage is real.
So, like Spider-Man 3.
Good.
Like whether they do this multiverse that's rumored, with Tobey Maguire and all that. But at the end, you know, like he's passing, and we see an Uncle Ben, you know, like
you did good, kid.
And then that's what he says. Yeah, and then from there you can introduce Miles. I mean, you know, Miles can come from there.
Andy says that both sides realize how good Spider-Man is for both of them. It makes sense to keep him.
Keep it going, right?
To keep the guild. Yeah.
I mean, I could see why Disney would want, because they keep making this much money with it, and they get full creative control, but they don't.
To be fair, it is just only a theory, you know, like if it were to come to it, you know, like.
Yeah, all this that I'm talking about here, this is all 100% hypothetical.
Yeah, like, you know, so, yeah. Because
the only way they would do this is if they knew, without a shadow of a doubt, no shot in hell, they're doing another film with him in the MCU.
Because, it's just like Andy was saying, though, it makes sense to keep the deal going. And they are working it out because they see the bigger picture.
And I hope they can keep it,
There's billions of little pieces in a puzzle, and then they make a bigger picture.
But just the way they've done Spider-Man in the MCU so far, how we haven't seen an Uncle Ben and all that. And then if they did this, it would be when we even said this, it would be the way that they can get close to the impact of I Am Iron Man.
Yeah, because when he said that to me, I was like, that would be the equivalent of I Am Iron Man, because even
it would be pretty damn close to that.
My heart.
Because after that, how many fans said like they're never going to be able to pull emotional impact like that ever again?
Oh, they're going to take that as a dare. Just you wait and see. Like they're going to
hold my beer.
Like they're going to be like a hold my beer type of moment, you know.
Or no.
Plus, Tom Holland is still only 22 or something. Oh yeah,
hold my trophy. More like hold my trophy.
What?
Well, because they've won awards.
I was reading Andy's comment that Tom Holland is still only 22, and so he can keep going. I was
still on the hold my beer part, but it doesn't pertain really. Like
trophy, yeah, because we don't. Yeah, we hardly ever drink. We used to, but it's just hangovers aren't fun.
No, that's what got me initially to quit drinking. I was just tired of feeling like crap after every time I drank.
I'm the only one in my family that doesn't drink though. Like my mom, my sisters, and my brother are all heavy drinkers. Well, not like heavy drinkers. That sounds bad. They're not like heavy drinkers, but no, they do definitely drink. And I'm like I'm like the white sheep in a black sheep family. I was the only good. Like my older sister and older brother were always in trouble in school, and so it's like when my brother went after my sister, when they're like, oh great, another one, you know, from this family, and then it would get to where I was there too. I'd go unnoticed, and then the little sister would come along, and then she'd start getting in trouble, and then I like stood up for her one time, and they're like, why are you doing this and doing that? And I'm like, because she's my sister, and she's like, you're related? And I had to stand up for my sister. So I got suspended for like 2 days for like standing up for her, but I still love my family.
Yeah, speaking of Tom Holland and stuff too, it was recently announced that that they actually finished principal photography. They finished shooting the Uncharted movie.
I agree with you 100%, Glitter and Duct Tape. I really love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Like, I honestly like him more than Tobey Maguire, and it's just like Tobey Maguire was good, but Tom Holland gets that sarcastic Peter Parker talking during fighting. Yeah, exactly. He gets that sarcasm down and that quick. My mom's favorite character is Spider-Man, and the reason is he's always so witty. He's always so top of the, you know, on point with his sarcasm, with his, like, he's just witty. And you know, that's what she always loved about Spider-Man, and I really need to find her old books at my grandparents'.
Because like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man would have that here and there. Maybe he might say one.
He had it,
just not to the extent that it should be, the way it is in the comics, the way Tom Holland. He
kind of had more like the just a little more like, he didn't have the oomph, if that makes sense. Like he was, but he wasn't.
I mean,
like that.
I still love those movies too. Like I still watch them a lot too. Like even the Tobey Maguire
I still definitely love Tobey Maguire, but Tom Holland wins.
Yeah, by far.
What was it in we're using our made up names. I'm Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so, we're using our made-up names.
Who is Gamora? Why is Gamora? All right. It's been an hour, and we've been talking your ears off.
Yeah, I didn't, so, like, news-wise, really, there was no news. Real quick. I didn't even know that they were even talk about making this yet, but so I guess The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 sequel release date was reportedly revealed. So far, it's looking like probably holiday 2021 next year.
There were rare times where I wouldn't get a hangover at all, and I'd be like golden. But I just like every now and again I'll have like wine or stuff. I was responding. Oh yeah, see there I go, leaving out attention to detail. That's a flaw too. I tend to go on about something, and then I realize I didn't highlight the one thing that would make it make sense.
What?
Is that I saw Werewolf's comment that he never gets hangovers. And he thinks it's because he drinks it so slow, but it's so I just was responding without the attention to detail that makes the story make sense.
And then Image Comics February 2021 solicitations and covers were revealed. That's one that I was saying that I saw something about it, a new Merca Andolfo.
I can't wait to read more.
Series, but what oh yeah, so and the two major ones are
really is
Rat Queens and 7 to Eternity.
I don't know if you guys watch what was that show? It was not karaoke, but like lip singing.
Oh god,
with Tom Holland, where he does Rihanna's Umbrella. Oh my god, I still love that video. I still love watching it. It's like a show where these celebrities do
something like epic lip sync dance battle
epic lip sync battle. If you haven't seen Tom Holland do his Rihanna as Umbrella, you need to go see it.
Maybe if you can find it and then link it to like them in chat, one of the chats or something, because you can post like YouTube video links or something in the chat, right? Like not this chat, the like IG.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, probably. All right.
It's great. It's
hilarious.
Oh, God. It's so worth watching. He is definitely a cool dude.
Yeah, because he was like a dancer, gymnast, and I mean, which is obviously why they would go after him for.
I've seen Spider-Man. That one, lip dancing. Wasn't it amazing? He owned it. It was great. It was so great.
It was so good.
I need to like. My hair keeps getting stuck to the mic, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just soft spoken.
On that note, thank you guys.
You guys have probably seen it throughout, so yeah. Thank you all who have hung out with us for this long and for being here. We do truly appreciate it. Live long and prosper. Always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. And thank you so much again for watching.
We love you guys. Be safe. Be nice to each other.
Catch Rod's Coast to Coast. I'm gonna hop over in that chat. So.
All right. We out.